Namaste everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about Ketu Mahadasha in all 12 houses. So Ketu Mahadasha runs for around 7 years. But one thing you should always remember is that Ketu will not give the same result to everyone. Its results depends on the house, sign, dispositor, conjunctions, aspects and the Antardasha running inside Ketu Mahadasha. But before we start today's video, please do check out my previous August 2026 prediction videos for all ascendants if you haven't watched them yet. Because I have already explained the major planetary movements and how this month can impact each ascendant in details. And if you enjoy my astrology content and find it helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me reach more people and motivates me to keep creating more detailed astrology videos for you. Now coming to today's topic. So Ketu is mainly associated with detachment, past karmas, spirituality, intuition, separation and transformation. But Ketu does not always mean loss. Sometimes Ketu can also give success, foreign connection, knowledge and unexpected opportunities. So let's understand what can happen when Ketu is placed in each of the 12 houses. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the first house. So if Ketu is in your first house, then Ketu Mahadasha can completely change your identity. You may start questioning, who am I actually? You can become more private, less interested in validation and more selective about people. Your personality, appearance, lifestyle or direction in life may change. If Ketu is strong, then intuition can become very powerful. But if afflicted, then you may feel confused about the direction. The lesson here is stop living according to other people's expectations. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the second house. So now Ketu in the second mainly affects your family, money, speech and values. So during its Mahadasha, you may become detached from certain family traditions or expectations. Your relationship with money can also change. You may start questioning how much money or material comfort you actually need. Speech can become very direct. Sometimes you may say something and later realize it sounded harsher than you intended. Saving can fluctuate if Ketu is weak. So financial planning become important. So the lesson here is your worth is bigger than your money or family background. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the third house. So Ketu in the third can make you extremely independent. And this house mainly represents communication, courage, skills, siblings and self-effort. So during Ketu Mahadasha, you may develop a new skill or become interested in writing, social media, technology, research or astrology. You may also stop talking unnecessarily. Your communication become more selective. Relationship with siblings may go through periods of distance. A strong Ketu here can make you courageous and self-reliant. But consistency important because motivation may fluctuate. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the fourth house. So now Ketu in the fourth house can create detachment from home, comfort, property or emotional security. You may move away from your birthplace or change your residence. Some people may live far away from family or even in a foreign country if other combinations support it. You may have everything externally but still feel, why don't I feel settled? Relationship with the mother can also become an important theme. So this position teaches you that peace cannot always come from a physical place. Sometimes you have to create peace within yourself. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the fifth house. So Ketu in the fifth can make your mind very deep. You may become interested in astrology, spirituality, psychology, ancient knowledge or research. So education may change direction. You may suddenly lose interest in one subject and become obsessed with another. Romantic relationships can also feel karmic or unusual. Sometimes you detach from someone you were once extremely attached to. Creatively, this can be a powerful period because your idea can become very different from everyone else. But avoid unnecessary risk and speculation. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the sixth house. So Ketu in the sixth house mainly activates your job, competitions, enemies, debts, disputes and health. In many cases, this can make you very good at solving complicated problems. Hidden competitions or enemies may become easier to recognize. You may also become detached from your routine job and start wondering whether you actually want to continue doing the same work. If Ketu is strong, it can help you overcome competitions. But health should never be ignored. If something feels wrong, always take proper medical advice. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the seventh house. Now Ketu in the seventh house can strongly affect marriage, relationships and business partnerships. And no, Ketu in the 7th house does not automatically mean divorce. But during Ketu Mahadasha, you may start questioning your relationships. You may ask, am I genuinely connected to this person or am I just attached to the relationship? In weak relationships, emotional distance can increase. In strong relationships, unrealistic expectations may reduce and the relationship can actually become more mature. Business partnerships can also change. And some people may prefer working independently. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the 8th house. So now Ketu in the 8th house can make this Mahadasha extremely transformative because this period mainly represents secrets, research, occult knowledge, astrology, joint finances, inheritance, and sudden changes. So you may become deeply interested in astrology, spirituality, psychology, or hidden subjects. Things that were hidden can come to the surface. Joint finances, tax, inheritance, or spouse money may also need attention. A strong Ketu here can give excellent research ability. You may notice things others completely miss. So the lesson is transformation often begins when an old version of you ends. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the 9th house. So now Ketu in the 9th transforms your belief, spirituality, higher education, father, and relationship with gurus. You may suddenly start questioning things you have believed for years. You may change your philosophy, spiritual path, or teacher. Some people become deeply spiritual during this period. Long distance travel, pilgrimage, or foreign connections can also become important. You may start blindly following someone else's belief and start searching for your own truth. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the 10th house. So now Ketu in the 10th house can bring major career transformation. You may have a good job and still suddenly feel, I don't feel connected to this career anymore. Some people change their profession completely. Others move towards independent work, consulting, research, technology, astrology, or specialized fields. You may become less interested in titles and more interested in freedom. If Ketu is strong, then this can also bring unusual professional success. You can become known for a very specific or niche skill. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the 11th house. Now Ketu in the 11th mainly affects income, gains, friends, networks, and desires. You may receive gains from unusual sources depending on the chart. But your desires can change dramatically. Something you wanted for years may finally come to you, and then you may think, was this really what I wanted? Your social circle can also become smaller. You may stop maintaining friendship just for networking or status. You may have fewer people around you, but more genuine connections. Now let's talk about for Ketu in the 12th house. Now Ketu in the 12th house can make Ketu Mahadasha very spiritual. The 12th house mainly represents your foreign land, isolation, expenses, sleep, subconscious pattern, and liberation. You may enjoy spending more time alone. Foreign travel or residence can become important. You can become more interested in meditation, astrology, dreams, or spiritual practices. At the same time, expenses and sleep need attention. You may feel detached from material life, but remember, spirituality should not become escapism. You still need to stay connected with practical responsibilities. Now, one thing you should never ignore during Ketu Mahadasha is the dispositor of Ketu. That means the lord of the sign where Ketu is sitting. If Ketu is in Aries, check Mars. If it is in Taurus, then check Venus. And if it is in Gemini, then check Mercury. Because if the house lord is strong, then Ketu Mahadasha can give much better and more constructive results. And if the house lord is weak or heavily afflicted, then result can become more challenging. And also check which planet is sitting with Ketu because Ketu will strongly activate that planet as well. And always check the complete birth chart. And if you want to understand how Ketu Mahadasha will specifically affect your career, marriage, finances, or overall life according to your personal birth chart, you can contact me for consultation through the details given in the description. And if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Namaste.